not wanting to go with the plan, Sterling finally got his comeuppance, and I pasted him and rattled his brains with a folding chair. As far as I know, I'll put him right into retirement. We'll never see him again. What the hell is going on? This is my energy time. You know, I'm not going to take care of business myself here tonight because that's for another day at another time. You see, it's funny even talking about Mark Sterling. You know, for some odd reason, Mark Sterling has been trying to call the 3XW offices, and for some reason, someone's not answering the phone or telling them not to answer the phone.
You answer Mark Sterling calls you.
I'm here tonight because Mark Sterling gave me a phone call and asked me to come down here tonight to give all you guys a message. He's not retiring. And on April the 2nd, you're not going to be laughing anymore because he's coming back. And he's going to destroy you.
Gage Octane, get on in here.
Bring it in, brother. Bring it in.
Yeah, we're back together again, huh?
3XW, look at the men in front of you. What do they all have in common? Let me tell you. July 23rd, 2005, 3XW Genesis. You're looking at the 3XW originators, the godfathers of this organization. And I tell you what, we're here to start kicking some ass and taking some names because we've got these douchebags like the High Flyers. We've got these new kids barely had a cup of coffee in the business trying to tell us how we're going to work, what we're going to do in 3XW. Well, I'll tell you what's going to happen. We're going to go out to that ring every month and we're going to end careers. If you weren't here at the start, you're not going to be here when we're finished.
Well, Mad Dog, I am at a total loss for words. I've never seen you this furious in my life. As here, the Ash has risen, the event named after Brian Ash, we've seen him turn on you. He trained you, and now he turns on you, joins the Gentlemen's Club, as if they weren't strong enough. I mean, who can we even trust in 3X Wrestling anymore? You might be the last man we have.
Brian Ash, I treated you like a brother. We were close. You were my mentor. You taught me everything you knew. But you know what? I guess I didn't learn everything that you know. Didn't learn how to be a dirty rat. You know, tell you what, April 2nd at Showdown, for putting a knife in my back, I'm gonna pull a fist in your face!
I can't believe what happened tonight, man. Every time we lose those titles, it's not fair. It's because they're stolen. Man, that referee was too busy selling 8x10s to turn around for 1 second and look at what happened in the ring. Man, my eyes were raked twice.
Yeah, I got kicked square in the dick and rolled up by a guy that I'm pretty sure was illegal. So,
Yeah, not only illegal, but pudgy and pale. Yeah. Yo, what country is this? This is America. Our titles shouldn't be stolen in this country. Man, I can't wait. I can't wait. 1 month. Casanova and Devin Carter, you better shine those titles up real good. Take your little pictures, shine your pearly white teeth, and you better believe those are going to be the last pictures you ever get with those titles, because next month they're coming back home where they belong with the High Flyers, Mike Seidel and Zach Thompson.
Hello, wrestling fans, and welcome to the April 2010 edition of Outside the Ring, and what a phenomenal night of action it was at the Ash has Risen.
Absolutely, packed crowd. You know, incredible matches. We saw a crowning of new tag team champions, Midnight Guthrie.
Well, Chad, you make a good point. It was the biggest crowd we've ever had at an event at the Des Moines Social Club, and that crowd saw the Gentlemen's Club of Delicious Devin Carter and Casanova teaming together for the first time in quite some time, defeat the High Flyers for the 3XW tag team titles, but on top of that, even worse, Brian Ash, the original 3X Wrestling heavyweight champion, the first one, turns his back on his protege, Mad Dog McDowell. He trained the man to be a professional wrestler, and then he devastates him with a clothesline and cost him the match.
That was pretty shocking to a lot of people. You know, of course, I was in it all on it, the entire thing, the entire time. You know, Todd Countryman doesn't leave me out of any decision makings, obviously, because, I mean, I am a very vital part to the show. Which, may I go ahead and add, after this show, I'm now 3-0 in my managing career.
3-0, I mean, indeed, you are an effective manager, but back to the subject at hand, we saw Mad Dog McDowell get floored by Brian Ash. Jeremy Wyatt picks up the pin in that tag team bout. It was Ash and McDowell against our heavyweight champion Jeremy Wyatt and Gage Octane, but at the end of the night, we saw the Gentlemen's Club. Now, 5 men strong, you have Ash, Brian Ash, Gage Octane, Casanova, Devin Carter with the manager, 3X Wrestling Commissioner Todd Countryman. All 4 men are former 3X Wrestling heavyweight champions, among just the most recognized title-wise champions we've ever had in 3X Wrestling. And, you know, what does this mean for 3XW in the future? Quite frankly, I'm quite frightened at where we're headed.
Well, you should be frightened. I mean, all these guys are original members of the 3XW roster. I mean, they were there from practically day one. Every single one of these guys. They know this business inside and out. They're all veterans of the sport. They know 3XW up and down. They know every competitor that's out there. They know every competitor that we could possibly ever even bring in. I mean, these guys are going to be tough to beat, Midnight Guthrie. Practically impossible.
Well, as you saw, obviously, Mad Dog McDowell is irate, and who can blame the man? So is the High Flyers, who are demanding a tag team title rematch, and quite frankly, I think they deserve it. They were remarkable champions.
Well, yeah, I mean, they're remarkable champions, but I mean, the Gentleman's Club, you got Devin Carter, you got Casanova, two-time tag team champions.
The first ever two-time champions in 3X Wrestling history for the tag team titles, I should say. But it has been announced Mad Dog McDowell will be taking on Brian Ash at our next event, April 2nd at the Des Moines Social Club. That's Spring Showdown. That'll be the first time those two men have gone one-on-one, and that should be a phenomenal battle. A lot of hate going into that one. And it's also been announced, you know, Todd Countryman, we've received word, and I'm sure you've heard some of this too, he does not want the High Flyers to have their tag team title rematch. Certainly, at least not this month. But it has been arranged. Mark Sterling is making his return. As you saw, Skylar Pierce got the message from him at the Ashes Risen. Well, I guess he told the crowd that message. And on April 2nd at Spring Showdown, it will be the Gentlemen's Club of Gage Octane, Delicious Devin Carter, and Casanova taking on the team of the High Flyers, Mike Seidel and Zach Thompson, and their partner, Mark Sterling.
You know, this has all come about because of the fact that Skylar Pierce, who isn't even the 3XW president anymore, is still trying to get his nose involved in 3XW affairs,
come
Midnight
on.
Guthrie. Now the man's gone from the company, and he's
Don't
trying
shoot
to
the messenger.
He's
there,
trying
Chad.
he's trying to dig up all the support, trying to get the fans behind him. The fans. Okay, first of all, we should be thanking Todd Countryman for getting rid of that fat sack in the first place.
He was a wonderful representative for the company, Chad. And, you know, he could still do us a lot of good if they would allow him to help out in the ways he does want to help out.
He's done, Midnight Guthrie. He's done. And when it comes to the very next show, this six-man tag team, I defy anybody. If Skylar Pierce is in the building, I'd like to have a word with him myself.
Oh, would you? Well, yes, indeed. I mean, the High Flyers are not getting their tag team title rematch this month, but that six-man tag team match should be a phenomenal, phenomenal wrestling bout. Midnight Guthrie here with the Rebel Jeremy Wyatt, our 3X Wrestling Heavyweight Champion. Victorious tonight in tag team action, teaming with Gage Octane. You got the pin on Mad Dog McDowell. Brian Ash helped a lot with that. But turning to the future, it's been announced on April 2nd at Spring Showdown, you will be defending the 3X Wrestling Heavyweight title against Ring of Honor World Champion Tyler Black here at the Des Moines Social Club.
Finally, the Rebel Jeremy Wyatt is going to get an opportunity. You see, month after month, show after show, I say I'm the best wrestler in the Midwest. It's Tyler Black. He's considered one of the best wrestlers in the world. He's a Ring of Honor World Champion. That belt is one of the most prestigious titles in the entire country, in the entire world. But finally, I am going to get an opportunity to face someone who's considered one of the best in the world and prove what I've been saying all along is right. I say I'm the best in the Midwest. I'm better than the best in the Midwest. I am one of the best wrestlers in this country. And Tyler Black, Ring of Honor champion or not, you're coming after my belt, you're not leaving with it. Either I'm going to pin you 1, 2, 3 in the middle of the ring, or I'm going to tap you out.
There you have it, folks. Our main event is set for Spring Showdown on April 2nd. Two of the best wrestlers in the United States today go head-to-head for the 3X Wrestling Heavyweight title. Well, Chad, we've talked about the two matches involving the Gentlemen's Club at Spring Showdown, but quite frankly, no match at Spring Showdown is more important than our main event, as the 3X Wrestling Heavyweight Champion Jeremy Wyatt, considered the best wrestler in the Midwest today, will be defending the title against Ring of Honor World Champion Tyler Black, certainly recognized as one of the best in the United States.
These two guys are absolutely solid professionals. Jeremy Wyatt, like you said, considered one of the best in the Midwest, and Tyler Black certainly has made a name for himself in Ring of Honor among other companies all around the United States of America. Two top professionals at the top of their game right now. Absolutely outstanding match it's going to be.
Well, Jeremy has been making a case. He wants to be known. You know, he doesn't like all the spotlight that's been shown on someone like Black. He feels he himself is one of the best wrestlers in the United States, and he is hoping he can use this as a springboard to prove that he should get more of the recognition he deserves. And quite frankly, from a professional wrestling standpoint, he is phenomenal, and I think he's worth worth all the credit you could give him.
Well, absolutely. I mean, you might consider it to be a case of jealousy, perhaps, with him and Tyler Black. But I mean, let's be honest here. I mean, Jeremy Wyatt has consistently, month in, month out, been probably the top guy here in 3XW. I mean, seemingly just escaping with victory after victory after victory. I mean, this guy is unparalleled when it comes. He has absolutely nobody's had any chance against this guy. I mean, hardly.
No, he's practically unstoppable, and I still consider him the scariest man on planet Earth. I mean, he's got an awful personality, but the skills can't be denied. And what's even more interesting is, if Wyatt wins this bout, the very next night, Tyler Black is competing in Charlotte, North Carolina on an Ring of Honor live internet pay-per-view. What would it mean for 3X Wrestling and Jeremy Wyatt to pin the Ring of Honor champion the night before he defends what's considered the top independent title in the country the very next night there in Charlotte? I mean, that would be a huge, huge coup for Jeremy Wyatt.
Well, yeah, certainly if that doesn't skyrocket your career, nothing's going to.
Well, folks, I mean, it should be an unbelievable heavyweight title match. It's got the fans talking all over the internet. We already have a lot on demand for tickets, so I would strongly advise you to get advanced tickets for this one. Visit 3xwrestling.com, or you can go to JCD and Hobby if you live here in the Des Moines area, because quite frankly, our last event had a standing room only crowd. We had just hundreds of fans of attendance. I mean, that room was beyond packed, and we don't want to have to turn people away for sure. So, folks, get on the website right now, order some advanced tickets, because you do not want to miss this battle.
On April 2nd, 3X Wrestling presents Spring Showdown. In the main event, you will see HDNet TV star and Ring of Honor World Champion Tyler Black challenges the Rebel, Jeremy Wyatt, for the 3X Wrestling Heavyweight Championship. 3X Wrestling Spring Showdown takes place live Friday, April 2nd at the Des Moines Social Club, 1408 Locust Street in Des Moines, Iowa. Tickets available at JCD and Hobby on Southeast 14th Street. Visit 3xwrestling.com for more details.
Gentlemen, here is your winner by disqualification, Rory. Cut the music. We're not starting the celebration yet.
Look at you!
I'm not too happy with this outcome tonight. Tony Sly kicked your butt again.
Well, that's who you are!
And I beat you by DQ. That's not good enough. You fans need to hit up the website, talk to the commissioner. I don't care who we gotta talk to. Next month, I want a no DQ street fight. Do you got the guts, Tony Sly?
Watch what you ask for, because you just might get it. And it's going to be the end of your career, Roy Fox.
I'm here with one of the great heavyweights here in 3X Wrestling, Torturous Tony Sly. Now tonight, after a little bit of referee bias, might add, losing by disqualification against Rory Fox, he's laid out the challenge for a no disqualification match next month here at the Des Moines Social Club.
Rory Fox, be careful what you wish for. I gave you a beating tonight, but you want to be in a street fight with the punk rock icon Torturous Tony Sly? Well, I'm going to grant your wish, but it's going to be the last wish that's ever granted in your professional wrestling career, because a street fight with me is going to be the end for you, because I alone am best. And on April 2nd, I'm going to prove it. I'm going to defeat you in a street fight, but on one condition, that you put up your spot in the gauntlet for the gold the next month in that match. If I win, I get that spot. Those are the conditions. So not only am I going to get the spot in the gauntlet for the gold, but I'm going to beat you 3 times as bad as I did tonight. And it's going to mean the end of your career. Rory Fox, you think you know, but you have no idea the pain and the misery and the torture that you're going to be in for on April 2nd. I'm going to end you in a very brutal way because I can.
Well, Chad, we saw the footage there. This has been insane what has been going on with Rory Fox and Tony Sly 2 months in a row. We saw at Reign of Terror, it was a double countout as they were brawling all over the outside of the ring area. And then last month, Tony Sly gets disqualified. But quite frankly, both men kind of had their hands on the referee Ben McAfee. But now the challenge was laid down by Rory Fox for a no disqualification street fight. We are calling this the Locust Street Brawl, the first ever match of that name in 3X Wrestling. The no disqualification, bodies flying all over the building. Rory Fox, I know personally, is extremely excited about this match because he finally wants to put it into this with Tony Sly. We saw Tony Sly add the stipulation there where if Fox loses the bout, Sly takes his spot in the Gauntlet for the Gold. The winner of this match does get entry into the Gauntlet for the Gold, with the loser being left out. The Gauntlet for the Gold, for our newer fans, is a huge battle royal we have every month in 3X Wrestling, where the winner gets a 3X Wrestling heavyweight title shot in the future. So huge stipulations for this match, and I am just beyond excited about it.
Well, these guys have taken it to the limit 2 months in a row, and now they come back for a third. An absolutely no disqualification match. Anything goes. I mean, who knows? They could get pinned outside in the parking lot. They could go, a couple blocks down the street. For all we know, they're gonna both pack into a car, and the finish, the end of the match could be at JCD and Hobby. For all we know, we might have to follow them all the way across Des Moines to see the end of this match.
Absolutely. I mean, and one thing to keep in mind for you fans in the front row, keep your wits about you here, because you certainly don't want to get smacked in the action. I mean, keep your eyes on the action. This should be phenomenal. They're going to be brawling all over the place, and it happens on April 2nd at Spring Showdown.
I got to get that.
We're here with the Viking Warrior Craig Kieseman, proudly wearing the 3XW Pure Wrestling title over his sweatpants. But quite frankly, when you haven't been pinned or submitted in over 20 months of action, I guess you can do whatever you want fashion-wise, isn't that right?
These are magical Nordic pants given to me by the gods of Asgard. They are not mere sweatpants.
Sounds like a hell of a material you got there.
It is the best material, just like my skill in 3XW. I challenge somebody from the past, and we get some Buck Rogers of the 21st and a half century to come by, and I took care of that punk. And I'll take care of any punk that steps in the ring with me.
Well, Craig, clearly you're as pleasant as ever here tonight. And we'll see him in action again on April 2nd at Spring Showdown, the Pure Wrestling champion, Craig Kieseman.
Now I'm here tonight with one of the definitely more, we'll say, eccentric characters here in 3X Wrestling, Crotch. Now, we haven't seen you in quite a while, courtesy of the Gentlemen's Club, and tonight you made your return. you came up a little bit short, but put in a valiant effort
Hey,
tonight.
oh, hold on a second. Well, if there's one thing that I can tell you about Crotch, is that Crotch never comes up short. You know, I may have lost the match tonight to Ricky Kwong, but he had some outside help. You know, I'm pretty sure all the fans saw it. I sure as hell saw it. And you know, yeah, I've been gone for a while. You know, the Gentlemen's Club put me out for a while. But if there's one thing about this Crotch, is that you cannot keep a good Crotch down. And let me tell you something about this Crotch. This Crotch is the best friggin' Crotch you've ever seen. I swear to God. Gentlemen's Club, you want to try and take me out? You want to take me on? You want to try and get, you want to put the sauce to me? That ain't gonna happen. I am unsauceable. I am unstoppable. I am invincible. I swear to God, any one of you can come out there and do whatever you want, but you can't stop this Crotch. I swear to God, this 3X Wrestling Federation is about to get crotched like never before. We're out, baby!
Chad, just who would be calling you here at the 3X Wrestling Studios?
Well, you know, it's no secret Ricky Kwong and I have quite the business relationship going on right now. It's just him. You know, I've always got my eyes on the prize. I always got, you know, my mind exactly where it needs to be. And, you know, I'm just making a lot of business deals as of late, you know, trying to get more opportunities for Ricky Kwong, title shots. I'm talking endorsement deals. I heard Tiger Woods is no longer endorsing Nike. We're trying to get some Nike sponsorships. You know, our phone's ringing off the hook constantly. People wanting us to, you know, come to their programs, sponsorships, anything right now. You know, the possibilities are endless when you're 3-0 like we are.
Well, I mean, you could make a good point. I mean, you have to win in order to do this, and Ricky Kwong did get a huge win over Crotch at the Ashes Risen. We also saw in footage there Buck Albright. Glad to see him back. I always like that guy. Making his return to 3X Wrestling, losing to our Pure Wrestling champion Craig Kieseman, who hasn't been pinned or submitted in 3X Wrestling action in over 20 months now.
Over 2 years. Practically.
Over 2 years, practically, yes. I mean, with a little different math there.
That's Laotian math.
Laotian math, thank you. But, you know, we saw there, Crotch is extremely upset. He still has it out for the Gentlemen's Club. They attacked him in November, put him out of action till last month. Todd Countryman set that matchup with Kwong, with you, as a means to keep Crotch out of the Gentlemen's Club business. It worked for that night. For this coming month, you know, Crotch has made it known he wants a piece of the Gentlemen's Club. So Todd Countryman has set up a match between Crotch and our 3X Wrestling Pure Champion, Craig Kieseman. That, I mean, Crotch is a phenomenal competitor, a great athlete, but Craig Kieseman, that guy's a beast.
Absolutely unstoppable, Midnight Guthrie. Crotch, you know, last month we made him tap out, and I'm pretty sure that once Craig Kieseman gets done destroying him, he's going to want to retire.
Well, I mean, it's going to be a very tough challenge for Crotch. We have seen him get some great upsets in the past. And Craig Kieseman, I mean, that guy will take on all comers. He doesn't care if the title's on the line or not, which in this match, actually, he is putting the title on the line.
Yeah,
so,
but I mean, let's be serious here. Does it even matter? I mean, this guy has been undefeated for a ridiculously amount of time. It doesn't matter whether he's putting the title on or not. He just likes to fight people.
Oh, absolutely. We've never seen a streak quite like Craig Kieseman's in 3XW. He's such an eccentric man, but such an effective competitor, too. And on April 2nd at Spring Showdown, it will be Crotch battling the Viking Warrior, Craig Kieseman. I got through here with Sir Bradley Charles. A hell of a performance tonight against Shane Hollister. Even in losing, you look extremely impressive for a rookie against a guy like Hollister who really travels all over the country. You have to be pleased with that effort.
Yeah, I'm pleased with the effort. Not so much pleased with the outcome. Shane Hollister's a great competitor. You know, definitely a veteran, has more experience than I do. I had a really good effort tonight in the ring, but just didn't quite come through in the end, you know. So that means I'm going to go back, train harder, eat right, condition right, hit the gym as hard as I can, and come back next month stronger than ever.
Well, we've been touting his credentials. He's a graduate of the Lance Storm Wrestling Academy, and we look forward to what he brings to 3XW in the near future.
I'm here tonight with Shane Hollister, who tonight in a huge return for 3X Wrestling in victorious fashion. Now, rumor has it that there's been a challenge laid out for Jimmy Rockwell to show that you will be one of the top, if not already, one of the top cruiserweights here in the United States.
I am the top cruiserweight in the United States, hands down. Jimmy Rockwell, you're walking around with my belt. My belt. And next month, you won't be. It'll be around my waist.
Well, some phenomenal cruiserweight action there, Chad. And, we have some breaking news that we found out just days before this taping. On this past Sunday, Shane Hollister broke his leg competing at another live event. Had an unfortunate leg break there, so he will be unable to compete at Spring Showdown, where he was going to challenge Jimmy Rockwell for the Cruiserweight title. An opponent had not been named at this time. Check 3xwrestling.com for further details on that situation, but we can guarantee that Jimmy Rockwell will be defending the 3XW Cruiserweight title on April 2nd at the Des Moines Social Club.
On April 2nd, 3X Wrestling presents Spring Showdown. In the main event, you will see HDNet TV star and Ring of Honor World Champion Tyler Black challenges the Rebel, Jeremy Wyatt, for the 3X Wrestling Heavyweight Championship. 3X Wrestling Spring Showdown takes place live Friday, April 2nd at the Des Moines Social Club, 1408 Locust Street in Des Moines, Iowa. Tickets available at JCD and Hobby on Southeast 14th Street. Visit 3xwrestling.com for more details.
Well, Chad, are you ready for Spring Showdown? I know I am ready. This is going to be phenomenal action at the Des Moines Social Club, the best wrestling you will see in the Midwest and for quite some time.
Oh, man.
I mean, we've got a huge card set up for you. Get your tickets now, folks. 3xwrestling.com. Order advance tickets or visit one of our great sponsors, JCD and Hobby in Des Moines. That's on Southeast 14th Street. Just Google JCD and Hobby and you can find all the information you need there. But at Spring Showdown on April 2nd at the Des Moines Social Club, you are going to see Jimmy Rockwell defend the 3XW Cruiserweight title. He's one of our most popular stars. Craig Kieseman defending the 3XW Pure Wrestling title against Crotch. The first ever Locust Street Brawl, no disqualification street fight between Torturous Tony Sly and Rory Fox. And those guys have such hatred for one another. And speaking of hatred, it's a teacher versus student grudge match as Brian Ash, the trainer of Mad Dog McDowell, takes on McDowell for the very first time in 3X Wrestling, and McDowell is furious at Brian Ash's actions at the Ash Has Risen. You also see a six-man tag team match where the Gentlemen's Club of Gage, Octane, Delicious Devin Carter, and Casanova take on the team of Mark Sterling, the Unbreakable Zach Thompson, and the 2009 rookie Pro Wrestling Illustrated Rookie of the Year, Mike Seidel, the High Flyers. That should be a crazy battle. That should just be fantastic action. But maybe nothing more so fantastic is our main event of the evening for the 3X Wrestling Heavyweight title. The Rebel, Jeremy Wyatt, widely considered the best wrestler in the Midwest, defends the heavyweight title against Tyler Black, the Ring of Honor World Champion. He's considered one of the best in the United States, and these two going one-on-one for the first time ever in 3X Wrestling.
Ever.
An insane battle. Tickets are available right now at JCD and Hobby, like I said, and at 3xwrestling.com. The doors open for Spring Showdown at 7 p.m. The belt rings at 7:30 p.m. Right now I also want to thank one of our new sponsors, Z's Bar and Grill in Des Moines. They are the official after-party location of 3X Wrestling. Come on out after the show and join the wrestlers and staff of 3XW as we celebrate what I believe will be a phenomenal event at Spring Showdown. I should also mention, your man, the Laotian sensation Ricky Kwong is in action. Sexy and Smooth, AJ Smooth, and the Canadian sex icon Ryan Slade are in action, as well as many of the other top stars of 3X Wrestling in action. Buck Albright's in action.
Nice.
Sir Bradley Charles will be back competing. He's a phenomenal talent.
Absolutely.
So be sure to visit 3xwrestling.com in the next few weeks for further details on this huge card. And that's where you can also find the latest 3X Wrestling match of the month. possibly my newest Midnight Madness column, as well as, we have a new deal with mycontent.com, which is a website where you can go and actually do a monthly subscription to 3X Wrestling footage for a very, very low cost. You can get any number of matches available to watch on your computer at any time, and there will be a link available for that on our website very soon. So, folks, I am Midnight Guthrie. You are Chad Milan. We want to thank you for watching the April 2010 edition of 3X Wrestling's Outside the Ring.